You know when with the guitar, we're like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, that feels premium. Like, and that, straight out of the box. It's in tune. This is the test for me, is always the quack. Legends, I hope you're all fantastic. On today's video, we're going to take a quick look at this guitar. This is one of the new Fender Player Series 2 HSS Strats, as you can see on there. It's a black Strat with a maple fingerboard, but they've essentially upgraded the entire Player Series line for the Player 2 series. Some really nice additions on here. The big one that immediately jumped out at me when I got this guitar out of the box, and I was lucky enough to go over to the Fender showroom here in Sydney and literally pull this guitar out of the box. It was still in tune. I picked the guitar up and the first thing that I noticed was, one, a lovely kind of modern C-shape satin finish neck on the back here, but the rolled fingerboard edges immediately were just like smooth, and it felt like a well played in guitar. This is the HSS version, as you can see. So you've got an Alnico humbucker in here. I believe it's an Alnico 2 and then Alnico 5 single coils in here. They've upgraded the pickups, and as you can see, you've now got aged white parts on here rather than the cream parts. There's been some upgrades to the trem over the original Player Series, and there's a whole host of vintage inspired colors on here that weren't previously available on the Player Series. They've also upgraded the machine heads on here. So, I mean, for me, I didn't know anything about the price point of this guitar, and when I play a Strat, I want it to feel like a Strat, and especially a Strat with a maple board. They actually offer these with rosewood boards now. I think the original Player Series just had Palfero, but you can get rosewood Strats or maple neck Strats. If you've watched my channel before, you know I have an old 1977 Strat with a rosewood board. So playing a maple Strat, and especially a black maple Strat, makes me want to do certain things. I also don't have an HSS guitar, so being able to have the lovely Strat neck and middle, and for all the Robin Trower acolytes out there, you know who you are. The middle pickup is very important on a Strat, is nice, but being able to go just kind of full raunch on this with a humbucker is very nice indeed. Like I said, I haven't touched this straight out of the box. It's extremely playable, and in Australia, these retail for about $13.49 AUD, which I'm going to put the American retail price on here because I know there's a bunch of people who might freak out at that. But for that kind of money, I'm so impressed at what they've been able to offer up with this guitar. It's weighted really well. It, just looks like a black Strat with a bridge humbucker, and it sounds like a good Strat with a bridge humbucker, and it plays really nice out here. I'm not sure what size frets they've got on here, but I believe it's a 9.5-inch radius. So what I'm going to do is just play a bunch of guitar on here. I might do a little kind of Pink Floyd inspired jam for all of you, because of course you got to do that with a black Strat. Then we'll hear some tones in isolation, some kind of straightforward cleaner edge of breakup sounds. And then of course we have to hear this with a bunch of dirt and grease, and we need to answer that question, does it King's X? Let's go. going to pull up stumps right there. Thank you so much to Heath and the crew at Fender Australia for getting this guitar to me. I'm actually about to take it to a gig. So I'm going to play this on stage tonight without touching the setup or anything like that. And I'm going to do a video in the next week or two. I'm just kind of talking about my experiences gigging it and playing it here while I'm in Sydney. Very curious to know if this is the kind of thing that appeals to you. Would you go HSS? Would you go maple or rosewood? I know there's kind of two tribes when it comes to Strats and Tellies in that regard. I'd really like to check out the Player 2 Series Jazzmaster as well. So hopefully in the next couple of months, we'll be able to take a look at one of those. But please let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Does this tick all the right boxes at the right price for you? Or is this something that you'd be keen to get maybe as a backup gigging guitar, something you could take on the road, or something that you could use as a platform to kind of explore mods on here? Because, you know, that's the great thing about a Strat to me, is you can start with the core Strat thing and then take it any way you like. If you want to play surf and rockabilly on this, you can do it. You want to play blues or classic rock, you can do it. If you want to chuck a bunch of modern humbuckers in it and tune it down to drop A or something in gent away, you can also do that on it. So stay tuned for some more videos with this guitar. I hope you enjoyed the clips, and I'll see you all on the next one. Cheers.